Hi everyone, Sandra here at Homesteading Ways and welcome to Tasty Tuesday. Today we are doing a side dish and it is so wonderful. It is bacon and mushroom risotto. Yum, yum, yum. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already because we have new cooking videos every Tuesday and you want to make sure to catch them all. Anyhow, let's get started. Okay, so in this pot here, I have about 3 tablespoons of olive oil and a half of a a medium onion sliced, and then I cut the slices in half. And we are just sauteing this on like a medium temperature so these onions soften up a little bit and get just, slightly transparent. They're almost there. I started this a couple minutes ago, and it normally takes between 3 and 4 minutes, I'd say. They're looking good. So the next thing I'm going to add is the bacon. Now, this is 6 slices of bacon, chopped up. I did take some of the areas with the highest amount of fat out. I mean, believe me, there's still plenty of fat in here. But, yeah, I just coarsely chopped it up. And we're going to fry this until that bacon just starts to get crisp. Let me turn the heat down a little bit because it's already sticking. Trying to break up those pieces. When the bacon is done cooking, or close to where it should be, we'll be back with the next step. Okay, it's looking pretty good to me, and I wanted to mention too that you really need to keep an eye on the bacon when you're doing this, so just keep stirring it around pretty much constantly while it's cooking. So now the next thing we're going to add is our mushrooms, and this is 8 ounces of sliced mushrooms. Use whatever you like. I'm just using white. I like white mushrooms, and they have vitamin D in them, one of the few foods that has that naturally. So we are going to just cook these down a little bit. We're going to do this for about 2 minutes, I'd say. Now, if you don't like mushrooms, you don't have to use them. You can keep them out. Although, I don't know, I think they're pretty tasty. The mushrooms are ready. So now we're going to add our rice. And we're just going to stir this around so that the rice gets completely coated with the oil. Oil and grease from the bacon. Okay, looking good. So now to this, I'm going to add a half a cup of water. Now, the original recipe calls for a half a cup of white wine, which that would be lovely, but I don't have any. so you can use water like me. Okay, this is supposed to go for 2 to 3 minutes, and it's been about that. So, the next thing we're going to do is add chicken broth. And we're going to add about a cup. See here. A little bit more. Just a little bit more. So we're going to let this go. We're going to let it simmer here a little bit for about 5 minutes. I'm going to turn. If your boil is getting too high, then go ahead and turn it down, which is what I'm doing here. But if you're good on a medium heat, then go ahead and leave it. So let this go for about 5 minutes. So now that the rice has soaked up most of that liquid, you are going to add another 1 to 2 cups of chicken broth. Just go ahead and stir it in, and you're going to keep doing this for the next 25 minutes or so. You're going to let it simmer, and you're going to wait for the rice to have absorbed most of the liquid, and then add some more. This will take, like I said, about 25 minutes, and overall you're going to use about 5 cups of broth. And if I didn't mention it before, we are using arborio rice, and that's just, you know, how long it's going to take to have this cook up the way that it should. So I'm going to let it go again. You know, you just come and stir it occasionally, and you just keep letting it simmer and simmer and soak up the deliciousness of that chicken broth, and then it'll be ready. But I will be back. Alright, it is pretty much done, and I just turned the heat off. It looks and smells wonderful. But the last thing we're going to do, well, I'd like to get this off the heat first. Okay, I moved it to another burner, and it's finally cooling down just a little bit here. So the last thing we're going to do is we're going to add about a half a cup of Parmesan cheese. Now, this is shaved Parmesan. Use whatever you like. And we're going to stir that in to add even more creamy deliciousness. And remember, in every cooking video, the ingredient list will always be down in the description box, so you won't have any problems making this yourself. Okay, you guys, can you see that? The moment of truth, like I always like to say, I'm sneaking it because I told my son dinner wouldn't be ready for 10 more minutes. You guys gotta make it. You just got to. It is too good. Too good. It does take a little longer than a lot of the recipes I post, but it doesn't matter. It's super good. And you could eat this with almost anything. I'm having chicken tonight, but you can pair this up with so many different entrees. It's a really fabulous side dish, and your family will love you for making this. Anyhow, thumbs up if you liked the video. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. It was nice talking to you, and you take care.